I think there's one thing that we could do fairly quickly, fairly easily, but it would take a while to make a difference. I think we could do a better job of communicating with county residents on what's going on with their county government. I think that there are a lot of people who feel either intimidated or feel unable to know what's going on with their county government and then to offer solutions for problems that they see. What I would love to do, and what I plan on doing, is opening up those lines of communication. Let's have town halls out across the county. Let's have more commissioners' meetings outside of normal business hours so working people can attend them. Let's do the job of inviting people in to know what's going on with their local government. Because I truly feel that the best resource that we have in this county is the people who live here. We have a lot of people who I think have great ideas. They see the problems on the ground. They have ideas for solutions. And in a large degree, I think they're just waiting on someone to reach out and to help them understand how to make a change for the better.
Okay, Mr. Hatcher.
Well, you know, when I spent all that time on the city council, we had that same idea about moving some meetings out, having them at night and those sort of things. We did that for a while. We did town halls around, and it was a great thing to do, but, you know, there's apathy like you would not believe. You do that, you bring your whole staff, you bring them out after hours and all that. I think the better idea is maybe have a couple of meetings periodically that are still in the same area where we have them at the courthouse, but do them in the evening, just so that other people can show up. You know, I've been to 41 out of 47 Commissioners Court meetings since August the 2nd, and there's hardly ever anybody there. There's really not much public that ever shows up at those meetings. And that hurts me a little bit because, I mean, to me, I'm passionate about this stuff. And I would just expect that there would just be people, you know, showing up to hear this, but it's really not well attended. So on to that, you know, maybe they'll be well attended. I'd be for that, you know, having the meetings out. The key thing is obviously communication, without a doubt. What I'm going to do on day one is I'm going to send out a memo to every single working person that gets a county paycheck, and I'm going to say, let me know what we do well, and let me know if there's anything that we don't do well. You don't even have to sign it. I don't want to know who said it. I just want to know. I want to get a feel for what we have, what we're doing wrong. Let's get in there and let's fix these things.
Okay, we're going to work in